So This Is Love, Callaways No. 2, Volume 2. Written by Barbara Freethy. Narrated by Emily C. Michaels for INAudio. Chapter 1. Emma Callaway walked quickly down the dark street, wishing she'd arrived at her father's party on time so that she could have gotten a better parking spot instead of having to hike 3 blocks uphill. As she passed a lone guy smoking a cigarette in front of a 24-hour market, she felt an odd sense of unease. The man's gaze seemed to follow her down the street, and she picked up her pace. She wasn't normally afraid to walk at night, especially not in the West Portal neighborhood of San Francisco, but the street was filled mostly with retail and commercial buildings, and at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night, they were all closed, making her feel isolated and alone. She took a quick glance over her shoulder. There was no one following her, but the shadowy street did not ease her nerves. She told herself to stop imagining things. She was just on edge. The last few weeks of work had been challenging, and all she wanted to do was relax and spend a few hours with her family as they celebrated her father's recent promotion to Deputy Chief of Operations for the San Francisco Fire Department. Emma was enormously proud of her father, but Jack Callaway's latest feat had only set the bar of achievement that much higher for herself and the rest of the Callaway clan. Not that the bar hadn't always been high. Firefighting had been a family tradition for at least 4 generations, including the current one. 3 of her brothers were firefighters, and she'd started out as a firefighter as well, eventually becoming a fire investigator a year earlier. She loved being an investigator, but it was also frustrating work. Determining whether a fire was arson was one thing. Finding the perpetrator and getting justice was another. But she wasn't going to think about her open cases tonight. She just wanted to spend time with her family and friends. Opening the door to Brady's Bar and Grill, she stepped inside and paused, surprised at the huge crowd. Her father was a popular guy, but it seemed as if half the city had come to toast his latest achievement. A long mahogany bar covered the far wall, and there was a line 3 deep to get cocktails. The dance floor was packed with people, drinking, talking, and laughing, and every table in the main dining room appeared to be full. Gazing to the right side of the restaurant, she saw a cluster of people in the hall by the back room, where darts and pool were the games of choice. Brady's would make...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?